Damn it, 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 damn it.
So, Days asked me on Twitter, he says, yo, can I send you some VODs of me losing so you can say what I should improve? And I thought this was a good idea for me because if he's making the mistakes, I'm sure a lot of other people are making the same mistakes. So let's take a look here. Unfortunately, it is crappy Twitter quality, but we'll just have to deal with it. So, okay. One thing right here, when you're doing this breakdown, I think what's important to do before you break the whole thing down is you need to see where your enemy is, and then you can break him down at that point. Because if you just break him down, he could be directly above your head, and he would have the advantage over you instead of you having the advantage over them. So just anytime you break them down, just make sure you know where they are before doing it. I wonder if he's on console because it definitely looks like there's a little bit of a delay on the building placements, but he's on really low ping. It's only like 6 or something. Okay, let me rewind it here. You're staying above him, which is good, but you're not really getting any angles. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, right here. So we know that he's trying to go this way, right? Because he is starting to edit this way. You can hear that the sound is moving from right to left. So what I would recommend doing instead of staying above him right here is put a floor right here on this side and try to come around the corner over here, because then you're gonna have a right-hand peak on the other side and you're kind of cutting the angle. You know what I'm saying? But right here, you just stay over him, which is fine because you're capping him off, but you're not really getting any opportunities to shoot him and take advantage of your high ground. Okay, so right here, if they're pushing up towards you, it's never a good idea to double edit because they're looking at you and they already have their gun out, most likely, and they will have the first shot always, right? So right here, you box him in, which is good if he were to turn around, but he was looking at you, and see, he just shoots you right in the face. Instead of doing that, what you could have done is, if you're expecting them to shoot you back, instead of 50-50ing, double edit and then instantly close the floor so he shoots the floor, and then you can shoot him in the face right there. What happens at higher levels is people will always expect the double edit. A lot of times when someone has an edit on me, I'll literally just sit there and stare at them until they edit. Okay, so right here, I think you were just kind of hoping to 50-50 him because you're just jumping up and down and you're not really doing anything else, right? So he has that floor right there. He has that floor, so he gets to decide when you guys will fight. So instead of jumping like this and trying to force 50-50, you got to place a cone always on whatever you're jumping on. If you wanted to force the 50-50 and you thought that he was going to go for it, at least place the cone and maybe a wall. You have right hand peak right here because that's your wall right there. And now this will kind of bait him to open up and then build around you, and then you can shoot him in the face when he edits on you. It's kind of the same thing that he just did to you, but you're intentionally baiting him into trying to, box you in, even though you have the wall right here. Yeah, so that's kind of what I expected for him to do. Let's take a look at the second one. Okay, let me pause right here. Anytime you ramp over someone, it's always important to place your own wall because people are getting a lot smarter with this. And anytime they get ramped over, they'll place their own wall right here to kind of block you. So if you ever ramp someone, just make sure you place that wall so you can just instantly edit through. And then right here, So you missed the floor, which is fine because he's already it's already too late to place the floor. He would just phase through. But you could get the wall right here, and then put the wall right here and right here, and that would box him in, and then you can kind of dictate the fight from there. So the thing that I noticed that you're kind of doing, you're really expecting him to 50-50 you instead of forcing like a strategic peek. You know what I'm saying? Try not to expect them to 50-50. I want you to manhandle them and wrestle them down and put them in a shitty spot where you can shoot them and it's only beneficial for you. Good. You're doing really good with this retake. Right there, I would have put a cone above there because if you would have walked on your ramp, then you could have caught him. Sounded like he might have been above you. Really nice retakes. Really nice retakes. Okay, so right here, a better peek for this situation would have been to do a peanut butter edit right here instead of doing the window, right? Because with the window, you have to walk all the way up. You have to walk all the way up. See how close you are to the wall? You have to walk all the way up for this peak to work. Where the peanut butter, you can be all the way in the back and you don't have to wait. Because look right here. Let me rewind it. See right here, you could have just instantly right here, edit the peanut butter, and you can edit this, and then he would probably try to box you in with a wall or something, so he's gonna have his builds out. Or he might try to shoot you back. You're gonna have the advantage because right here, you're gonna have the right hand peek and he's just pretty much waiting for you to pop your head over, and he just has a split second to shoot you where you can pretty much line up the shot as you're jumping up. You can get your crosshairs in the perfect position and then reset it just like right after you shoot. So I can tell you're trying to box man, which is good. But in this situation, I think shooting him would have been a better choice. And that was kind of just unfortunate. To be honest, that was a bad edit for him to do because it's just a 50-50. He could shoot you, you could shoot him. You should have had the advantage, but I think it caught you off guard because you're like, whoa, like where is he? And then you're trying to line up the shot. But you should have had the first shot there. So yeah, for this one, your retakes were really good. I think the most important thing is when you're doing retakes, you got to know where he is. You have to know where he is when you're doing retakes. It's okay to just stop for a second, listen, see like you got the visuals, see like, okay, he's right here, so I'm gonna go this way. I might throw a double ramp over on the side and then bait him to go on that side, and then I'm gonna go on the other side, something like that. Don't just blindly build up and up and up and up and hope you get high ground. Just stop for a sec, evaluate the situation, and then go. That was a good shot. This is the same thing. So the retakes are really good. You're doing a good job, but I think it's more important though for you to know where he is instead of just doing retakes. You know what I'm saying? Right there's a cone. Let's see if you get it. Right here, anytime you get that, this cone right here, even though he's pretty high up, you can booty cone right there. Just edit this square right here and then hold your cone out and it'll place on this side. Okay, this structure right here is extremely weak. So if you wanted to, you could break that one wall right there and I'm pretty sure the whole thing would fall. Yeah, see. Okay. I don't know if that was his cone or your cone, but that would have been a really good opportunity to do a box jump, not a side jump, but a box jump. It's similar. It's a good start. Okay, right here. This is another mistake you're making. Okay, you're editing into the box and you don't even know he's in there. So I think your biggest problem is knowing where your opponent is. You're doing things too fast without thinking. You're letting kind of your muscle memory do the thinking for you. If he wasn't here, he would have the advantage because you're editing, and whoever's editing has that pull-out time for their shotgun. Not only that, but if he's anywhere in here in this area, you won't be able to see him, and he can see you. He can see the whole like bottom half of your body, so he can shoot you, and you won't even be able to shoot him. So never run in someone's box like this. And you're staying too above him. Okay. This is a mistake that a lot of people do. Your mechanics are pretty good. Okay, they're pretty good, but your awareness is really bad. Okay, that's what you're gonna need to work on the most. Is you really need to work on where your enemy is, and also if you're staying above him, you're not really gonna be able to shoot him. Okay, so what I want you to start doing, let me show you here. So instead of staying above him, you're doing like this stuff, and I want you to start coming around the corner like this. See if he's trying to break you down right here. Look at this nice juicy angle I have. You know what I'm saying? If he starts building up, then start coming over here, like this sort of stuff. This is what you want. But see, if you're just like kind of staying above him like this, and you're just trying to cap him off and get a double edit, then then he's gonna look at you, you're gonna look at him, and you both are gonna shoot. One person might do a little bit more damage than the other. You know what I'm saying? It's just better to shoot them when they can't shoot you, if you're trying to win.
Damn it.